Hello, this is RogerCole. I'm the swim course director for the Try the Gulf Triathlon. I'd like to share with you now some of my tips and tricks both for this race and for other triathlons that you do. The Try the Gulf is in Pelican Bay on the south side of Dolphin Island. It's a beautiful venue and provides some unique opportunities for you for practicing triathlon. My first tip I'd like to share with you is to bring 2 pairs of goggles. We have improved the course this year. We're not swimming straight into the sun anymore. However, the race does start at 7:30 in the morning. The sun will be low on the horizon. If it's a clear day, as you're breathing coming back, you may have some problem with the sun. And so that tinted goggles helps with that. On the other hand, if it's a cloudy morning, it can be rather dark during the swim, so you want to have clear goggles for that purpose. The second thing I'd like to go over is how to sight, and this is appropriate for all open water triathlons. One of the things you want to do is have alligator eyes. That's when you're swimming along and you look up and you're looking for the buoys. In open water like we're going to be in, there are no lane markers for us to follow, no stripes along the bottom, so following the buoys will really help your times. By just lifting your eyes out of the water, you keep your hips up. This keeps you streamlined from going into a vertical position. The key to this is really bending your back. It took me years to understand this. By just lifting your eyes above the waterline, you keep a nice streamlined position and you're going to have a much better time. The next item, again, for all open water triathlons, is running into each other or bumping. For first timers, it can be very disconcerting. You can have reactions of anywhere from fear that you're about to go under or just outrage that somebody will be trying to pull on you. Don't worry about that part. It's completely accidental. You're going to run into each other, especially if there's any wave action at all. Pelican Bay is well protected. There shouldn't be too big of a problem with waves, but that could always be an issue. So just relax and swim away from the person that you're running into. The next item is we have a beautiful, slow-sloped, nice sandy floor for the bay. This gives ourselves an opportunity for porpoising. This is where you run into the water, you'll dive, streamline position into the water and glide. You can then stand up and do that again. This is much faster than running and it's much faster than swimming. You should be able to do this 2 or maybe 3 times. If you do it properly, it can really reduce your time and it is completely legal. You can do it coming out of the water as well. If you have an opportunity to practice that beforehand, I suggest you do that. Next is your swim cap. Make sure you bring that with you. It is a great safety feature. It really helps us keep a track of people in the water and their numbers as they're coming out of the water. Very helpful. We will try to have a few extras at the start line, but we really need folks to bring their swim caps with them in the morning of the race. Next item are some towels and shoes. Depending on the weather, it might be cool down there at start time. If you have a towel that you'd like to bring down to wrap up in, or perhaps some $2 flip-flops, you're welcome to bring those. We will have some buckets for you to put those in before you start your swim. We will bring that back to the transition area, but it will not be monitored. So make sure it's an old towel, not grandma's hand-knitted cashmere towel or your Gucci shoes. But that should help make the start time a little bit more comfortable for you. Another item to think about is your wetsuit. The temperature for making a wetsuit, whether a race is wetsuit legal, is 78 degrees. If it's above that, it's too warm to wear a wetsuit. If it's below that, you're permitted to wear a wetsuit. Pelican Bay is a very shallow body of water. It's very susceptible to the air temperature on the days leading up to the race, or if there's rain, that will cool it off to make it wetsuit legal. We will not know until the morning of the race, probably, until whether it's going to be a wetsuit legal race. If you like to wear wetsuits, bring it. Hopefully you'll be able to wear it. If you don't have a wetsuit, don't worry about it. It's not going to be so cold where it makes a difference in your swim. Even if it is wetsuit legal, a lot of swimmers will choose not to wear their wetsuit in a race of this size or this length just because of the time it takes to put the wetsuit on and off. Well, thanks. I look forward to seeing you at the race, and feel free to contact the race course director if you have any questions. Thanks.